right, Pisces, let's see what y'all got going. All the water signs will be out first. All the water signs will be out first. Ooh, I look a little slim on the camera. I look a little stuffed. All right, let's see what's going on, Pisces. Let's see what y'all cards is that's come out. Emotions are running high. We're going to take that one back because that was just for Scorpio. But if it still come back out, it says surrender to divine. This is the full moon. You hear me say if you're doing it in the full moon, this is about all releasing. So you could be trying to pour your worries on a person, connection, or situation. Could be the metaphysical calling. Let's see what's coming out. All right, let's go. Girl, no man. Let's see. That's too many. It's time to take action. There's no moon in Aries. I can see that coming out for y'all. I can see that coming out for what you call. Ooh. It's time to release negativity. Fiery climax. That's full moon in Aries. That's probably releasing old tensions, anger. That's what I'm saying. And you got full moon in Scorpio, so I can see that. That came out of what you call. We're gonna see if it's still gonna come out. I need one more. The end of a tough cycle is approaching. It's Capricorn energy. Full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. I knew somebody was going to be bold and make the first move. I like that, though. Because sometimes, Pisces, y'all can be a little bit too dreamy. Certain aspects, not all just contemplating and not, like, putting things into a plan or unrealistic when it comes to your expectations of people. And that's how y'all end up getting burnt out and hurt by situations and people around y'all. So, yeah. So, it's like the things you may want, others may not want. And that's how sometimes y'all can get tricked out your position. So, yeah, that's true. So we're going to see what this full moon about that you need to release to you, your higher power, your God, your situation, whatever it is that you channeling and being with at this moment, what needs to let go of in this season. All right? So it ain't no time on these joints, but just picking each and every card out, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. It's making it go by a little swifter. But if something is tend to take time, but I like this. So let's see what's going on with surrender to time. Oh. Nine of Wands. Ooh, vulnerability. I see that. Ooh. I don't know if you got Aries in your chart. You mess with an Aries, or it could be a father figure or someone or something, or a sense of control. Could be control, though. Somebody could be controlling, though. I do see that a lot of times in some of y'all, though. So you got Ten of Pentacles reverse, King of Swords, and the Two of Swords. This could be a family drama, or money expenses or situations, or it could be businesses. It just gives me more of a family aspect. That's what it kind of gives me, though. Like family drama, like separation, like caught in the midst of somebody else's drama or chaos. Like, I don't know if you playing both sides, or you may be seeing sides to someone, but you feel kind of stuck in the middle of a situation, and it could be some disagreement or something that's going on. So it's kind of tricky, though. I'm telling you. So you got Three of Pentacles and you got the Emperor here. That's why I say somebody, it may be a sense of control. You see Pages of Pentacle reverse in the World. That's why I say it's kind of like maybe somebody's relying on you for a source of information, or maybe in this moment to where you're not in the midst of chaos, it gives you a sense of power. Or like, not even gonna say a power, but it gives you a controlled aspect. So that's maybe what you may be trying to be in the midst of the chaos. That's what it kind of gives me. It just gives me chaos. I'm telling you, it really does, though. But you got Emperor, Page of Pentacles in the world, though. That's why I said it's like that power that comes in responsibility is kind of like somebody's not thinking clearly. They're not too sure. Communicating. They're a little slow. You hear me say they're a little slow when it comes to say, all right now. Like that's the energy kind of gets me. Like, all right now, look. So boom, 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 boom. Stop. Okay, it's time to take action. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Ooh, let's see what's going on. It's time to take action. It's time to take action. It's time to take action. Boom. You got the Hermit on the bottom of the deck reversed. Yep. Okay, so you got 6 of Cups reversed, 4 Cups reversed, and the Ace of Wands. That type of energy, though. That's why I said, it's something in the past that kept you stuck, where you didn't want to go to, or it's some experiences or some argument that you keep revisiting, or situation or conflict that it's keeping you, I ain't gonna want to say it's keeping you in a position, or the High Priestess, the King of Pentacles, and the Moon. It's kind of like something in the past of a situation that you keep revisiting. It's like either unwanted drama or a situation where you're not thinking clearly. It could be action-based of situations. Keep trying Wi-Fi. Fuck you talking about? Hell. Shit. Fuck is you talking about? My bad. The thing here popped up for my Wi-Fi. Anywho. But it's something that you keep revisiting, and I don't think you're visiting from a space of where you're being cognitive and decision making. It could be with financial aspects, it could be job, risky business or situations, or being grounded for the emotional aspect. I don't know. And then you have the Moon, which is reversed though, like being honest about it, like certain behaviors or situations, like you even say going about needing a sense of attention. That's what kind of gets me though. Like you hear me say of areas that has not been highlighted. But it does seem like you keep revisiting something and you're not letting it go. It's very risky to you or a situation. It could be a person or whatever the case may be, or it may be some divine like plan that's trying to get you to pay attention to something that you're not paying attention to. Full moon in Scorpio. It's time to release the negativity. Ooh, yes. Oh, shit. Oh, damn it. You got the Lovers upright. You got the Lovers upright. You got Judgment in reverse. Knight of Wands. Somebody's possessive. Somebody's possessive. Oh, Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck, and a Chariot. Oh, shit. And a Chariot in reverse. Yeah. I don't want to say that. Somebody's a little insecure about a relationship or where they stand in the sense of love. Could be, though. That's why I said that's probably revisiting certain arguments or situations, though, because you got the Judgment, the Knight of Wands, the Empress, and the Chariot, though. That's why I said this here, when it comes to understanding you or nurturing you or putting you first, or understanding like a sense of old hurts. Like it could be how you going about when it comes to love or interacting with certain people, or showmanship of love. Like it could be offensive. Like, it really does give me that. It's not reverse. I'm just holding it like this. I want to flip my wrist. Oh, damn. There we go. Shit. You see it. All on reversed. That's what I say. It could be something that's an act of self, or with a parent or a situation or a person that's like not in this moment. It's not operating in the sense of its highest self. Or it could be a sense of love where you hear me say where somebody may be hurt. That's what it's a little resentment, though. It is, though. It's a little resentment, though. It really is. Somebody's a little resentful, though. I'm telling you, it really is with this Ace of Cups. But I said this for y'all in the reading the last time, or whatever the case may be. what was it? This was like months ago I did for Pisces. I said if you need a sense of attention and love, I said you got to learn how to communicate that versus the behaviors that you're showing. If people don't know how to accept you for you, and you don't know how to accept people for them, how can you want this back? You got to give it to receive it. But if it's in a possessive type energy, to where it's a boastful type. That's what kind of gives me with this Knight of Wands. It's very boastful in this energy, or whatever the case may be. It could seem like in past love or lover type situations, it seems like you ain't winning. That's what kind of gives me though. It's like a win to lose type of situation. A fiery climax in Aries. Shit, that was my AirPod. What the fuck? Girl, where did it go? Fuck. Pause, y'all. Can you see me from here? What the fuck? Where did my shit go? I need it. Oh, here it is. God damn it. Girl, wait a minute, y'all. Girl, I'm trying to scoop this over like that. There we go. Girl, I dropped my shit. Okay, let's see a fiery climax in Aries. Let's see what's going on, girl. Back at the Ace of Cups. Yes. I don't know why I want to say my cup runneth over. Like, it could be blessings or situations, you hear me say, or we'll see. Ooh, this says sinister like behavior. You got Knight of Pentacles, you got Justice, and the Knight of Cups. This is what it is, being a little stubborn about certain things that you give or receive in most matters. With the Justice and the Knight of Cups, it could be you when you hear me say moving forward towards certain things, like being emotionally closed off. But it kind of gives me like you're receiving something where the arrogancy comes in, whether it's money, financial abundance, or situation where it's making you very biased or closed off, or operating in a sense of this chaotic type behavior. Because, you know, it's kind of tough for a water sign, regardless of what your moon is, or I want to say moon, rising, and all those different types of things. If you into that, it's kind of tough for you to take on Aries type energy, because Aries can get mad like 2 seconds from now and don't be mad a month later, and you being a water sign, you still hold on to that shit. So yeah, that's why I said I think it's about behaviors and actions, and we had this about y'all a long time ago, because you got 4 of Wands, Strength, and the 5 of Pentacles, constant recovering from this 5 of Pentacles energy, where it feels like you don't fit in, where you feel like you're on the outside. It's more of an ego-based, driven. It kind of gave me like depressive though. That's what it kind of gave me though. Like somebody may be depressed, going through depression, seasonal depression, somewhat of this sense. Something where it's like it's something there. Not in the sense of saying you crazy, but it's saying like it's something, emotional wounds that's there, especially with this 4 of Wands. That's why I say it's like this. You done had this same exact reading, not on YouTube, but it was like 3-4 months ago when I said this about Pisces, about episodes of situation, connecting with people, lovers, sexually, doing certain things, moving too fast, the showboat, the arrogancy. This came up a long time ago for y'all. It really did. Causing a sense of trouble. It really did though. The end of a tough cycle approaches. If y'all see some light flashing in the back, that's my computer behind there. Ooh, the end of a tough cycle approaches. 7 of Pentacles, all your hard work paying off. Is it recognition? Seven of Cups. I can see clearly now. Stop. That's it. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Doom, doom. This might got something to do with heartbreak or work or a sense of that you hear me say, or financial sense of investments or opportunities. Like you hear me say, like not seeing the value in them over time, where you hear me say like thrusting in like a slow speed of certain things coming into your life. Like you may want quick, fast, instant results, especially when it comes to attention wise or work matters. If you're a boss, or of course emperor energy or entrepreneur, and it's kind of like you want fast acting results. And it's kind of like when you don't get that, or whatever the case may be, or something that may has been going on in this moment, or a sense of love or help or support or need, that is where you end up in the Nine of Wands energy. So it's kind of like you like so it's kind of like you don't know how to accept a sense of support or help or love, because somebody's in a vulnerable space, and at the same time, because it doesn't come in at the speed you want it, whether it's support or just assistance the way you like it. That's the problem. It's the Nine of Wands energy, to where you like, no, I don't want it. Like, especially with here, like being emotionally raw and honest. Like, that's what it really gives me, though. That's why I said somebody, it's more of the financial. It's like a facade. It's like, you know, it's like a facade, though. It really gives me that, though. Not a facade saying you fake, but when you come to your emotional aspects of wanting to be vulnerable and understanding and letting people get to know you, or just showering into who you are, it's kind of like it gives me like a fake humble. Like, that's what it gives, like, I'm sorry. Like, that's what it kind of gives me, like, a humbled in a time not to be. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's not saying that you're fake humble, but it's kind of like humble type energy is keeping certain errors suppressed. So that's what you may have been challenged with, where you hear me say humility. Humility, that's what you may have been challenged with. Your dreams need a practical plan. Now, this ain't going for every Pisces, because I know some Pisces, they got nasty attitudes, and they can go into this arrogant showboat energy. Then they can go through tough times relationship, where it comes with them coexisting with other people, the Leo energy, knowing how to coexist with everybody, or whatever the case may be. Like, Leo's top tier give me like control freaks, because at the same time, I'm sorry, like they kind of do, because they be like, oh, you should have fun, come on, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and sometimes think about everybody, and then thinking about everybody, sometimes it still don't get things done with the Four of Wands, where everybody's not on the same page. So you may have went through moments like that, to where it's kind of like, okay, boom, now I see what this actually feels like for some. That's what's up. But you got your dreams need a practical plan. And it's Taurus energy, that stubborn energy I was talking about. Could be greed, because that's Taurus energy. It really is. Page of Cups. Or your focus may just be financially. Nose to the grindstone. Yep, it's like nose to the grindstone. I'm worried about this money. I'm gonna get this money. Page of Wands. How am I doing it? Alright, okay. Let's see. I can survive the rain. It's Four of Pentacles. This is those grudges. Ooh, look at this in that Taurus energy. Holding on to certain things. Grudges, suppression, old lovers, situations, possessive. This is mine. This is not yours. I don't want to release it. Those emotional baggages, situations. You got Queen of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Fool. This is awaiting some sense of support or recognition or understanding or advice or a sense of support, like going back to those same things, regardless if you're forced to let this go and you're talking to someone, they give you a sense of advice, it's kind of like you like, oh well. Like, it's the rose-colored glasses to situations. Like, you just like, oh, well, no, it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. And not realizing that you just ended a tough cycle with something that could have affected your whole life. That's what it kind of gives me. You got Temperance, Page of Cups, Ten of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Swords. Reverse. Impatience. Peace. This is peace, honesty. It's I'm sorry, y'all, I'm yawning. It's like being honest about this though. Like this lack of peace. That's what kind of gives me no peace. Because you got 10 of cups, no, 10 of swords, 9 of cups, and the 9 of swords here. Recuperation from that energy, though. That's why I say it's like you just got out of one bad cycle. And it's kind of like if you're not being honest about the emotional blowbacks or situation, it's kind of like you like, oh, well, on to the next. And not processing how this last cycle or something that may affected you, not in a sense of horribly, but could have just been emotionally or mentally in those things. It's kind of like you like, oh well, let me just go to the next thing because it's not hurting anymore. Like that's what it kind of gives me though. As I said, especially with this Page of Wands, it's like still seeing the good in something. That's why I said being actively stubborn and not seeing things for what they are. And you got the Moon Snatch, you got Page of Wands here, 6 of Swords here, 8 of Cups, like running away from something, Knight of Swords, and the 5 of Cups, and the Hermit. And after that, we got the Wheel of Fortune. That's why I said it's like, it's retreat and retraction. I don't know why all these R words are coming in my mouth. But it's retreat and retraction from this. It's like what you put out is what you get in. Like you can change the way the direction that this is going. Like completing something. It's needing you to complete something in a sense, but it's kind of like you are so it's like not learning. When you hear me say the Hermit is upright, he's so tired that he done learned so much information and he utilizing everything that it came against him to prosper. But in the 5 of Cups energy, if you mourning this Piscean energy about the things that's going on, you're not paying attention to what's going on behind you. So it keeps you in a position of being reckless and running from this. So that pain, that torment, not recognizing those that I need to be honest, I need to be accountable, I need to see how these things came into play for me so I could be able to move, to be able to start over, to invoke new boundaries, new peace, like new situations. But the Wheel of Fortune is reversed, so that's why I said it's like you running from one situation and going towards another situation. Like it's kind of like your soul is looking for something. That's what it kind of gives me though. That's why I said it's be cardinal and be the first move. So we're finna go back over this, okay? Boom. Surrender to the divine. I don't know whatever you believe in or whatever your sense of spirituality is, but it ain't gonna come to you. You gotta go to it. I just want to say that though, because you have this here where over time, I don't know if you're in the midst of, you hear me say some conflict or situation or keeping a sense of cool and calm or chaos. It's kind of like you can see it, so it kind of gives you some hierarchy over time. But being exposed to this sense of drama, chaos, all this for so long over time, it's like affecting you to function properly. Then you hear me say, it's time to take action. So if you in the Emperor energy and you know what's going on, somebody's not doing what they need to do, this is where you say, all right, okay, boom. This is what needs to be done quickly and swiftly. But you're moving in a slow pace. Because you got 6 of Cups, 4 of Swords, the Ace of Wands, High Priestess reverse, King of Pentacles, and the Moon. This that risque behavior, focusing on the past. Stop focusing on the past, going right back to something that no longer serves you, because this is what you are accustomed to. Low key though, that's what it kind of is. And I'm not talking about the sense of the relationship, but it could be, it don't even necessarily have to be a relationship. It could just be how you connecting, how you talking, things you do that you hear me say in a need of attention, where it may be emotionally volatile or mentally volatile or verbally volatile, those type things, like returning back to behavior. So sometimes it's not the person, sometimes it's the action. Okay, so you got, it's time to release negativity. Like this is like possessive top tier Scorpio energy. I'm gonna read this at the end. It's like time to release. I'm just giving you the key factors. Maybe it's old lovers. You hear me say bad judgment when it comes to love. Or it could be you when you hear me say when it comes to love, the show boasting, the how you go about loving self. Of how you are not giving yourself all of you. That's what it kind of gets me though. It really does. Like it's maybe love, the codependency, relying on someone, how you love yourself, or not just being emotionally happy. That's what it gets me though. Okay? So, releasing them lovers that broke your heart, them I was gonna say them broke ass niggas. I'm just playing. I ain't gotta be broke, but when I say broke, I'm talking about like internally, not financially. Okay, because some of y'all be gold diggers. Okay, so it's a fiery climax. Knight of Pentacles, you hear me, Justice. Four of Wands, the Knight of Cups, the Strength, and the Five. Like constant recovering from this troublemaking spirit. You hear me saying a sense of offers or tempting bait. Like, you know, you hear me say, I just said this. I said Aries cannot stay mad. Like, they can stay mad long, but it takes a lot for them to stay mad. But they can sit up here and do certain things, and then they can be over it. And then you kind of like, damn, I'm still mad. So that's why I said that energy is kind of hard to fluctuate with a water sign versus just rushing in to do certain things and not thinking clearly. Okay? Then you hear me say you got an end of a tough cycle. Where you hear me say going through this sense of saying like, okay, this is here. Needing that sense of attention and a sense of support that you recognize like, oh, shit. I don't want to participate in it again because it taught you that, hey, I didn't learn from the last time. I didn't learn from it. Or, oh shit, this made me feel exposed. Like emotionally exposed. Or I had an area that was leaked because this cycle that's ended over here, where you hear me say your dreams need a practical plan and a Taurus energy, you're focused on it. You don't want to let it go. It's like you're playing with it. You run back and forward towards something that no longer serves you because you got Queen of Wands, three of Wands, and the Fool. You're like, oh no, I see no problem in it. Let me go right back to it. Fuck what you're saying. Like, this what it kind of gives me though. Whether it's a person or a situation, somebody keep telling you something, you just keep. It's you returning to them with the same issues. You hear me say it's kind of like your soul need a sense of peace. 10 of Swords, 9 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. That's why I said it's kind of like you returning back to something. It's like, oh, I'm good now. And then you go right back to the source that drains you. That's what it kind of gives me, though. It's like you going right back to a source that drains you. So, let's see. Let's see. Full moon in Scorpio. Let's see. Full moon in Scorpio. Let's see. If you've been feeling paranoid or acting weird, take this card as a very direct message from the cosmos to stop. Worrying yourself is pointless. It is time to release any negativity you have around the situation you're anxious about. If somebody has been unkind to you, perhaps it's time for you to release them. This card heralds an emotionally intense time since both the full moon and Scorpio themselves are extremely intense. It's time for you to feel all your feelings. There could be some nastiness in the air when you pull this card. If that's the case, take it as a sign to move away from anything or anyone you feel is toxic. However, this could be a different meaning that your sex life could be improving if you make an effort. Use your magic. You have all you need inside of you to bring about a desired result. Emote is better out than in. So that means that you need to say what it is that you need to say and communicate instead of holding this grudge-like energy. It's time to move on from living in fear to living joyfully. You have a right to your suspicions. Grudges are toxic. Let something go. This is the end of an argument. If you pull this card, no matter when, your dark side or your shadow self may be showing. Scorpio is a time of magic. If you were thinking of making some magic, this is your sign to do it. So that's why I said it's kind of like here. Remember this. Surrender. Your God, your situation, whatever, it's not going to come to you. If it's an argument or a situation between you and somebody else or conflict, the longer you entertain it, it's like you're not getting the sense of peace that you wanted. it's time to take action. It doesn't mean like go in blindly and not thinking here, but if you have a sense of power, hierarchy, you know how to use it, don't sit and wait over time to where it becomes useless. It is time to release negativity. If you're in a sense of power, be mindful of certain situations or people to where you don't experience your own blowback of karma. This is shadowy energy, this is Scorpio energy, or whatever the case may be, preying on people's vulnerabilities to where their energy can come back to bite. A fiery climax approach is where you hear me say it is the full moon in Aries. This is releasing resentment, swift, fast energy, and hot-headed thinking. Boom. The end of a tough cycle, which is in Capricorn energy. You hear me say Capricorns can persevere because they know in the end they gonna be straight. So it's learning. They learn. They like to learn. They don't like for nobody to tell them nothing. So they could be utilizing those aspects of you. Okay? Then the last thing we got, you need a practical plan. This is the Taurus energy where they're focused on things that they need or want, but they also can be stubborn. They can be stubborn. So that's why I said it's like knowing what battles to pick and choose in what moment when it comes to you, or asking for certain things that you know you aren't willing to give. So at that moment, y'all, I ain't got nothing else to say. I wish you the best. Up next is Cancer. Tomorrow's the fire signs. Boom.